Hello guys, I'm Andy from Potts Videos, bringing you an unboxing of the GTX 560Ti 448 from Gigabyte. Now, I got this in the post yesterday, so here we go. That's it out of the box, so let's just get rid of this box here. Alright then, now this is the Ti 448, not the standard Ti. This has been tuned a little bit more from the standard Ti. Now, here's the model number: GVN 560-448-131. It's the, to prove it, Nvidea GTX 560Ti 448. It's got 1280 megabytes of GDDR5. It's a 320-bit memory. It's a PCIe 2.0. It's got DVI-D, HDMI and a display port. Now, this card cost me around £145 online. It is an ultra durable 2-ounce copper PCB. So I'll take you a look around the box first before I get it out. It's the GeForce GTX 560Ti. And it has the core accelerator. This card has the Gigabyte WindForce cooler, which looks a little bit like that, but I'll show you that when I get out of the box later. It has Gigabyte introduces the WindForce, the latest cooling technology that differentiates the brand's graphics cards from the rest. Gigabyte's understanding that a fan is crucial to the graphics card, so only the fan with the most efficiency is selected for WindForce. Now, WindForce 3X features 3 ultra quiet PWM fans. The vapor chambers enables the WindForce 3X to transfer heat from the hot spots to the cool spots with greater cooling efficiency. As thermal energy becomes evaporated, move over. WindForce 3X is equipped with 2 copper heat pipes to strengthen the speed of the heat dissipation. Now, it's got 10%, which is 10% to minus 30% overclocking capability. I know you can't see this very well, but I haven't got a decent camera like the likes of Linus and Tiny Tom Logan. It has 10 to minus 30% power switching and 5% to minus 10% of CPU temperature. Now, the PCB is a 2-ounce copper PCB. It's got tier 1 Samsung Hink memory, which is one of the best types of memory. It's GDDR5. It's got Japanese solid caps. Right, and the main features of this is it's got the 448 cores GPU. It's PCI 2.0. It supports DirectX 11, Shader Model 5.0, and OpenGL 4.1. It features DVI, DVI-D, HDMI, and they're the display port connectors. It supports HDCP function. So now I am going to pause this and get out of the box for you. And we're back, guys. This is the GTX 560Ti 448 from Gigabyte. Comes in a very sexy, sleek black box. Now, let's lift this up. And there we go. Very sexy little black box there. Now, this is the second time I've had this open, because I had a look at it as soon as it came. Now, just a quick user manual, I'm guessing. Sort of an overview of how to install it. But come on, guys, if you're buying a graphics card, you should know how to install it already. You don't buy something that you don't have a clue what to use, do you? Right, now here we go. Multi-language installation guide. And the driver CD. The driver CD comes with the graphics accelerator driver, and yeah. So that'll be your tuning software as well if you want to overclock, which I might just do, just to get a bit more performance. This card has the CUDA cores, and there's the model number again. There you go. Alright, quick flick through this. Just the multi-language installation guide of how to install it, and set up the software. So, well, you don't really need that, do you? Come on. Right, now accessories with the box you get, and as you do with all graphics cards pretty much, maybe not the Master 2 or whatever, but whatever, you get a DVI to VGA there, and you get two 6-pin dual Molex to 6-pin connectors, two of them. But come on guys, if you're going to have a graphics card that uses two 6-pins, make sure you've got a power supply that actually has 6 pins on, because these aren't exactly the most reliable thing ever, as they can burn out, like the wire just melts. Right, I'll just take it out of this packaging here, and then I'll come back to you. Here we go guys, here it is out of the box. There's the WindForce cooler. Now I'll just take it off its box and put it on the foam that I've put down, because I'm very picky. I'm very sort of peculiar. So give me a second guys. And we're back. Here it is on the bubble wrap foam thing. As you can see, it's got the 3 coolers there, the 3 fans, and this card is a dual slot bracket, so you will have to make sure that you have enough space in your case for a dual slot bracket. But come on, if you've got a mid tower, you more than likely have, and if you're buying it, you more than likely will do. And so on the back here we have 2 DVIs. They're on the right. In the middle there's the gold plated HDMI. Yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, that is a gold plated HDMI, and that's just a display port. Now I'll show you with the covers off in a second. There you go guys, there's the connectors with the covers off. Now you've got your DVI I at the top, and then you've got your DVI D there. You've got your gold plated HDMI, and then you've got your display port. Now this card's cooler is a triple fan design, as I've already said in previous bits. So the cooler itself doesn't come right up to the PCI bracket, but that's just for extra heat dissipation. As you could probably tell there, that's the gold plated HDMI for better transfer of data, but it gives you a bit of a better bandwidth with less interference. Now here is the PCI slot bracket connector. I'm trying to think of the right word here. PCI interface. There we go. I'll keep it as that. I'll take the cover off. There we go. They're a pain to get off these. They can be. Back in a second. Alright, finally got it off. That's a PCI Express times 16 Gen 2 slot. Well, card, interface, whatever. Now, I'll give you a look at the side of the card. As you can see, it's got a massive fan, a massive heatsink array there, and then you got your copper heat pipe, which is nickel plated. I'm going to call it nickel plated copper heat pipe here, and then you've got your fan wire there to your fans. You got another heat spreader heat sink there. You got your caps. Now for the other side, you have the 6-pin power connectors, 2 of them. Supposedly this card uses 210 watts and can go all the way up to 230, I think it said, depending on how you're using it. But there's the other huge, and I mean huge, copper heat pipe there. The other side of the fan grill. Now I'll take you off the back of the PCB here. As you can see, this is a blue PCB. Now I understand that some of you guys don't like blue ones, but if you're going for the Gigabyte version, you will get a blue PCB. Now the cooler itself sticks off the end, which does make this card like 2 centimeters longer, which is kind of a problem for most cases. But I can tell you now, it will fit in all full towers, and it will fit in most high-end mid towers. I myself have a Z11, a Zaman Z11 Plus, and I've not tried putting it in yet, but I might have to get the Dremel out. So yes, here we have two PCI SLI connectors. I'm trying to take off for you here. I'm not going to take both of them off, but that's an SLI connector. This card supports dual SLI, so you can have two cards running at the same time, which is a unique feature considering the standard standard 560 Ti only has one, but if you get the Ti 448, any model of the 448 core has the dual PCI SLI brackets. Now, question you're probably all waiting to ask is, does it support physics? And yes, it does. All Nvidea cards, especially this one, supports physics. Right guys, I think these fans look like 92mm fans, and the PWM, which you should always have PWM fans when cooling anything, because they're just the best and you can actually control them. Now, on a note for you guys, a little tip: when you're installing this into your case, try not to touch the black bit, because it's like it's a shiny, polished finish, and if you touch it, you get your fingerprints all over it, which I just have done. So I'm kind of gutted about that. But so wear gloves, or do not touch the black cover. So yeah, I'll just give you a quick overview of this case, of the card, sorry. So here's an image. You've got your PCI slots there, your SLI slots there. You got your fan heat sink over there. You got your heat pipe. You got two 6-pins. Now I can't stress enough, if you haven't got two 6-pins on your power supply, go out and get another power supply. You can get them online, fairly cheap. You don't need a massively high price branded one. To be honest, I'd suggest a 600 watt power supply minimum, depending on your process that you're running. Now I'm running a AMD FX 8350, which is a 8-core 4 GHz processor, and it uses 125 watts. Not overclocked it yet, but I will be doing in the future, and I will possibly do a video on that. So here's the PCI slot side of the card. There's the other side of the heatsink. You got your PCI Gen 2 port there. You got your other heat pipe, your fan header, and then it hangs off the end. It just hangs off the end a little bit there. And then you got your blue PCB, which I'm not bothered about too much, because my case is black and blue. Well, my case is black, my fans are blue, so it kind of fits. And I like the sort of steel aluminium look. I don't know if you can see that. Well, no, alright then. That's the PCB on the back. The fans on the top again, the Windforce X3 cooler. And then you got your bracket again. Now, you might be thinking, why has it only got this tiny little exhaust radiator, whatever you want to call it there? That's because the fans and that whole fan Windforce doesn't go straight up to there. It doesn't go straight to the bracket, else they would have probably took a DVI off and made it a 3 bracket card and put an extra row of like a radiator on the top, an exhaust area, an extra bracket with another exhaust coming out. But they haven't done that. Gigabyte have chosen to keep it a gap like that and have the 3 fans, making the card a little bit longer but giving it better heat dissipation, because it can come out of there, it can come out all of there. Sorry about that, just dropped it, but that's why I've got it on the bubble wrap. It can come out of pretty much anywhere along here, any of the gaps, because there's quite a few of them. And what it'll be doing is, I'm going to say the processor, the GPU is right in the middle, so this heat pipe there, that huge heat pipe, will be dissipating it from the middle, from this middle fan here, I'll be cooling it down, into the end fan here. And then, see this heat pipe here, that's coming out, we'll be giving it back into there, so you're getting the heat coming out of here and out of there at the same time, being cooled by this fan and this fan. So then you think, what's the third fan for? But I'm going to say all the GDDR5 RAM memory, sorry, is in there. So that fan will be cooling the memory down. Now I will be doing another video on this once it's installed in my case. Well, what I'll be doing is I'll be taking apart my case and stripping it down and rebuilding it. I'll be doing a video on how to clean your computer and strip it down and rebuild the computer. So hope you've enjoyed this unboxing, guys. Once again, this is the Nvidea GeForce GTX 560Ti 448 from Gigabyte. Now I bought this online for £145, as I looked before, with free delivery. So thanks for watching. I'm Andy from Partners Videos saying thanks for watching, and feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more computer and gaming videos. Thank you. Goodbye.